Well, hello, you trader nerds. Welcome in. I'm Sweet Bobby, aka Dr. Bobby Gaines, and we love you all, even those of you that may have left in the last few days. Where have y'all gone? It's a great day in the neighborhood, and life is good. So honored to have you with us. So here's what we're doing. We're going to share our screen. All right, so let's share everything. So we want to make sure that y'all understand what's going on. So everybody sees my little screeny here. Okay, good. So everybody's ready to go. So let's see what our little accounties are doing today. So why don't you and I start off with the little tasty work account? All right, children. I used to have Mr. McCormick. God rest his soul. He died of cancer. Oh, killed me too. He was young too, but he would go, okay, students. So let's see how our little account's doing today over here. I'm gonna have to go over here. We're up $900 today. Now, Ed, I'm gonna see if Ed can do a 60-second economic report while I'm getting my net lit. Ed, 60 seconds go now.
Too spur of the moment, Bobby. I don't have anything.
Oh my gosh, Ed!
I
just
already
tell us what happened today. You ain't got to go into all the.
I already went into the European Central Bank, hiking 0.5% this morning. It clears the way for the Fed to probably raise 0.25% next week when they announce on Wednesday. Yada yada. I think they should pause after they raise it another 0.25% next week, and they should say they're pausing for a few months and be data dependent.
Thank you, Ed. You did that like in 27 seconds, which is really amazing. All right, let's play the music, y'all. We're moving on up.
Well, we're moving on now. We're moving on up to the side. To a deluxe apartment in the sky.
All right, so here we are. We're at 6 and 155. What's the VIX, y'all? VIX is at 24 or so. That's what it was when we opened. So
VIX is at 24. It's down 9% today.
Oh, now it's at 23. Ed. How about that?
Well, it's 23.78. I'd call that 24.
Yeah, I always have mine to round down. I'm a round downer.
And
so
I like to round up. Round up.
You're a round upper. I'm a round downer. You're a round upper. All right, my buying power usage is 16,155. Let's see what that looks like. Before we make our little 16,155, we might play the Jeffersons. Okay, children, our deltas are beautiful. Oh my gosh, are they beautiful? So, what you got to ask yourself is, hey, Bob, are you comfortable with the risk being at 45% buying power and at theta 43%? Yeah, I kind of am. But even though I'm comfortable, doesn't mean I'm not going to make a slight adjustment. And little Bobby's slight adjustment is going to be this. Ladies and gentlemen, when you have theta to burn, and when I mean theta to burn, what am I talking about? I have 155 in theta. I could be as high as 0.3, but I'm at 0.43%. So we're going to borrow from Peter to pay Paul. So what I normally do in that situation, ladies and gentlemen, you trader nerds, is I try to buy protection. That's what we do. We buy protection. Hold on a minute. Let me turn on my Huey on tablet. Make sure it works right. All right. So we buy protection. So now in my plan, one of the things that I could do is I could buy put debit spreads, but y'all, put debit spreads don't give you anything. So what we like and what my plan calls for is I buy these 14 DTE, which is days to expiration puts, and we buy them in the ES. We figured out, somebody told us, I don't remember who it was, the ES kind of a better deal, and we buy them about where I can for 30 cents. Okay, so that's kind of what we do. So why don't we borrow from this? Oh no, gosh, yeah. We got 155 theta. I could get this down to 107 with my risk, but I am comfortable with risk. But at the same time, I'm going to buy me an option. And it's really a good time to buy options when the market is up. So let's go to the E-minis. And the good thing is you'll always be able to find a 13 or 14 day option. So let's
Bobby,
go.
Does this account have futures in it?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, that's another thing I could do. Is I could, now that my deltas are -6, I could release one of my futures, couldn't I?
That's what I wanted to suggest.
Yeah, I could do that. Let's see what my futures look like. Now, it's not gonna have any effect on my theta, but I could.
Well, that's why I like it.
Oh, you like that? Reduce.
Well, I mean, your deltas are like very low.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering if there's a good
So-
time to move one, even though we're up 60 points, it's, yeah.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. Why would we remove it if we're delta neutral and it's a day where we're up 60 points?
Yeah, I like it. I agree with you, Evan. I like you coming in and just fussing Ed out and just telling him. That
I
was
like
good,
it
Ed.
too. I like
Hey,
it.
just listen. No,
Because
hey,
if we're up 60 points and now you have 44 positive deltas and we pull back any tomorrow, you're gonna feel more pain. If we're neutral, why
I
mess with
like
it?
it. I like
Okay,
it.
so let me ask this, so that's a great comment. So
like
if your theta is too high and your delta is in line, then we have to question, is theta a measure of risk? And if the answer is still yes, maybe you need to remove a naked put or two and give up some of your theta.
Right, and if you do that, then your deltas are gonna drop too low, so then it would make sense to remove a future.
A future.
If you're gonna
In other words,
remove a future to
de-lever,
pull off risk, that makes sense.
de-lever the account, take the protection off, take the risk off, take the protection off, take the risk off. Maybe you could take off 2 nakeds or 3 nakeds and 2 futures, and you'll still have the same metrics that you do now, except minus some theta.
Lower theta.
Ed,
Yep.
that's a possibility. The thing is, let's see, do I have my deltas on here? ATF deltas. Yeah, ATF deltas. I guess that's it. So, you start looking through here and looking at the deltas of my stuff. That's a short, that's at 33, but it's harder over here, right, to figure out what's going on. But I mean, 74 deltas, God, that's probably a put debit spread. It's just harder over this one to figure out. But I think what I'm going to do, because I don't want to get rid of my theta per se by closing positions. I think all of my positions are perfectly safe. That's my initial reaction. But it does make sense, Ed. I certainly could close profitable positions, or I could close losing positions, doesn't matter, to get that down. I think all I want to do, though, is because I'm kind of comfortable with my deltas being neutral, a little negative, that's fine. I think what I'm going to do is just borrow from my theta, and I'm going to buy me just a quick little hedge. No big deal. Now, what we need to do, why don't we do this? Why don't we look at our Tastyworks little risk graph here really quick, like. Give me a second. We'll log in. Oh, I love it when y'all go at each other. Like, hey, why would we do this, pal? How about that? How about you take this and you just work it yourself, you little.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
oh.
notice within like 2 minutes, Evan and I got on the same dime on that thing.
Yeah.
The power of idea exchange.
Well, no,
And again, I've been going around quite a bit, Bobby, telling people to de-lever. Still some T&D remnants out there. There
yeah.
people with all kind of, you're levering with your long puts. You're hedging with that, and you're hedging with the futures, and it's fine. Your metrics are fine, and your theta's backed up because volatility's gone through the roof. Your accounts are prospering today because your theta is so high, and it's deflating a little today. Finally, thank goodness. I mean,
Thank
like
goodness.
what I'm looking at anyway. It might be a good time to de-lever everything. And like I'm running my portfolio pure. I went through that whole decline just now.
Mm-hmm.
And some like my buying power in my LT account went from about, 19 last week when I put my second one on
Mm-hmm.
to like 52 or 3%. I don't know where it is exactly now. It's probably around 40. So I just went through that unlevered. If I had to do anything, I was just going to roll some positions, but I didn't feel I had to yet. I just like going through life with an unlevered, untethered portfolio for the most part. So, and you're saying we should always take the hedge off when we can. And I don't know, is this a great time to take some off?
Well,
Probably.
and after I'm looking at this, Ed, this is making my decision a little more clear. Everybody see this, because what it looks like is, hey, I'm great now. I want the market to pull back, right, for my ultimate profits. But what happens is, if I continue going too far to the right, then those are going to work against me, right? So I agree with you now. Just looking at this, I go, based on my profile, I don't want to start losing if we do start going up. So I think I'm gonna take one off. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go hide my options. I'm gonna show my futures. I'm gonna right click. We'll just take one of
Are you gonna
them.
get rid of a future and a naked?
No, I'm gonna get rid of the future.
Well, wait,
What?
I don't know. Evan and I just agreed. Evan, jump back in. We
Yeah, I was
think
gonna say we're not on the same page then. So the market's up 1.5% today.
Mhm.
It could be up tomorrow. It could be down tomorrow. We don't know, but
Yep.
we know that we've moved up today. So there's a chance we pull back. So if you pull this future off, now you have positive delta. So if the market pulls back, you're going to get burned by delta and an expansion of volatility.
Mhm.
Whereas if you had left it on, or if you take a put off, you'd be delta neutral and you wouldn't get hurt as bad by the directional move.
Yeah, that's what we think. You need to take off a future and take off at least one short put and see what your metrics look like. So
Okay.
I
Well,
vote for you to go-
we certainly could do that, but look
I
what this
vote for you to
did.
go take off a short put right now and see what your metrics look like after.
So check this out, guys. Did everybody see how this was initially pink? Now look what I did. I gave me a little bit of room to run. See that? I got me a little bit of green there, a little bit of green. And I agree with you. I could certainly take off a naked put to because now my deltas are positive, right? And that makes sense. They work against each other. So now I'm 30 delta. So I certainly could take off a naked put. Problem with this one is I'm like, which one are my naked puts? Let's go find them. See if I can find one. MES M3, H3. I probably close it in the, what do we got in the H3? I don't even remember. Well, we got a lot of stuff coming off after tomorrow. Okay, so that's all I've got there. Looks like I've all that I have in the H3 is put debit spreads. And we got a lot of those puppies coming off, but I'm not worrying about it now. So we know that these lower strikes, HM3, Bobby, we know that these lower strikes are probably but I gotta go by dates. Let's see, what are some of these out here that we've got here? Let's see all my 64-day stuff. 64-day stuff. Okay, so here's one. And you don't have to worry about, is it profitable? Is it losing? It's just, what does it add to the thing? So this has 2.59 delta and my theta is 3, right? Here's one that I could get rid of 5 theta on. With it's been open a little longer. Okay, so 42, 40, 48. I don't know. You start looking at them and go, does it really matter which one I take off? Or I could look and see if I've got some of these in the 43 days. Oh, wow, there's 5 naked puts. We could take some risk off there. That would give 31 delta. So that would bring me back to delta neutral, wouldn't it? Since now I'm positive 30. So that should get me about negative delta neutral again. And that would take off. And that's probably the best one there. Look at that. That would allow me to reduce my theta by 21. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to take my $133 profit. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. That's what I'm doing. And since I'm buying back, I want to buy back as least as possible. And then we'll look at our metrics. I like this, guys. I like y'all coming in and challenge me and say, look, Bob, why don't you do this? I love it. Oh, we're failed. All right. So now look, we're delta neutral, -1. Our theta is 85. Gosh, did we reduce that much with those 5? 85 and God, we reduced it too much, didn't I? Well, we'll see. -3, 85. Let's look at that. -3, 85. And what I'm going to do, so I'm going to act like it's tomorrow. 35,673.73. 317.23. Surround yourself with people who are smarter than you. Surround yourself with people who are not yes men. Surround yourself with people who challenge you. And I got it, baby. I got it. And this one is 86, was it? Oh, baby. Oh, baby, baby. Look at daddy go. How do I get all this stuff out? Where's my darn eraser? Erase all this garbage. All right, so here we go. Now my buying power, and this is what, has anyone downloaded the newest update from, they said we got to do a download. Has anyone done it yet? And hopefully this buying power issue is fixed.
I downloaded it and it didn't fix it.
Didn't
Not
fix it.
change a thing.
Dang it. 14,541. That they need to fix that. I mean, that's easy fix, you would think. 14,541. I said 14. I said, oh, I got it on recipe. 14,541. Okay. Oh my gosh, y'all. I mean, how could I be any better?
Can I jump in here for a second?
I would love you to do that. Yes.
So I just wanted to say we have had I mean, I think I'm probably one of the more concerned people with risk and bombshell hedges and stuff in here. So it's interesting to see that this idea of managing by the metrics really kind of does protect the portfolio in a way. I mean, your delta was fine, but your theta was high and your buying power was high, and simple adjustment kind of put both of those in line more. So I think apart from, some massive drop overnight out of nowhere, you can really kind of manage your way out of anything just by looking at your metrics. So it's cool to see it in practice.
It's what Gary brought up in the mentorship. Gary was like, Bob, I don't know that we need hedges in that much, because we have so much, there's so much we can do with the futures and everything. I mean, who knows? And what I could do is, I'm in an enviable position now. If I go, I could buy me a little put still, couldn't I? Easily. I mean, some people would say, well, Bobby, you're probably throwing away money, probably, but you don't know. We don't know when the crash occurs. We could buy a cheap little 30 cent put here. It's certainly in my plan to do so. Ed, Evan, anyone, you got any comments on would you or would you not? I love to hear your thoughts.
I must confess, I was explaining something to somebody in the chat and missed the question.
Well, I just said, I certainly could borrow from my theta and buy a little protection if I wanted to here.
Oh, you could. I don't see anything terribly wrong with that.
Yeah.
But I just, again, I've been doing a lot of running around lately in the last couple of weeks, encouraging people to unwind a lot of I think the hedge should be put on to hedge what you have and not use it to add more risk generally, although it's a trader prerogative. But so yeah, any unwinding of protection and risk kind of in that stair-step fashion that you just did.
Mm-hmm.
For anyone that's loaded up with a lot of futures or long puts, and you're looking at those long puts to expire in the next week or two, you really need to be somewhat proactive in looking at your account and trying to figure out what should I do ahead of time when I have the choice of what to do, versus the day before, the day of, those things go and pop, and then you retroactively dealing with the potentially violent adjustment of your Greeks. Like, unwind it proactively, make your moves while you're in control instead of reacting to the Greeks. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. And Nick, you're right. If I take the naked put off, I'll be close to the same situation, less runway to the upside. But I think I'm fine now. If the market goes up, I'll make a little money. All we're really wanting to do, remember, the goal is, God, look, now my theta's at 120. Is it popping all over the place? And things are moving, y'all. Things are very fluid. This may be back to 86 at any time now. But what's happening is we need to keep this and this calm down while this decays. That's the goal. That's the goal. Yeah, Carlos, I like having a Sweet Bobby hedge for a crash, but the 11X is self-hedged. Yeah, to a great extent it is. I think I'm finished. I think I like that, And when you see this, you go, man, go standard deviation move doesn't hurt you. A 2 standard deviation move, what is that going to do to us? Well, that's let's see, 2 standard deviation moves, $15,000 to the downside. But look what we got to go to, and we're going to be making all kinds of adjustments as we move down in here anyway. So I think we're good. I think we're good, really good. All right, so we're good there. Everything's good. All right, so let's close this account. Well, let's don't close the account. Let's close the spreadsheet. Let's go to. Oh, by the way, I did update my metrics yesterday in the accounts. So I want to make sure that everybody knows the metrics were updated at day's end, even though I didn't do it during our healthy session yesterday. All right, so let's go grab the Crimson account. Little old Crimson. Little old Crimson. How's little old Crimson doing today? Today's the 16th in the year of our Lord, 23. If you don't believe it's already March, I got to find somebody to cut my grass. Now, I know some of y'all have lawn companies and landscaping engineers, and we just call it cutting the grass. We don't say mow, it's cut. I hadn't mowed anything. We cut grass. It's something that you cut because it's a weed. That's what grass is. So over here, our account is, but it's about to get knee high if I don't do something. Good thing is I don't live in an area where we have 33,462. We don't have homeowners associations where I'm at. 33,462. 33,462. Fire up the band,
Well, we're
Roger.
moving on now to the side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky.
That looks good. So let's go over here. Let's get our little Greeks and ratios. 11 and 72. That's easy. 11 and 72. Oh, that looks good, doesn't it? 72. Oh, wow. Look at this, y'all. We said we were about 23, 24. And our buying power is 12,043. 12,043. Okay, so we're at 35%. We're at 11. We're at 0.22. Oh gosh. The question must be though, am I comfortable with the risk? Well, let's see. Everything's green except for my buying power, which is 1% over the. I'm good. I'm good. Ain't nothing to do, baby. Let time go down. All right. Ed says, especially in a campaign of 11X, leaving some PDSs in the wake of the campaign as the NPs are removed when very cheap, leaving the now unattached PDS to help the whatever Ed said. All right, let's see how we're doing compared to the market, y'all. Let's get. I mean, I'll show y'all good, the bad, the ugly. We're down 1.141%, and the market's got us right now. It's up 2.93%. Way. Now, naked positions. I've got 14 nakeds. I've got 17 put debit spreads. I've got only 2 short hedges left, and I've got 8 long hedges left. Now, this is interesting because, as Ed has been telling us to unwind a few things, I've been unwinding at least the naked components of the Sweet Bobby hedge. So let's go to my trade tab, and it may be that I want to take that off. Let's see. Let's see where the short hedges are, because I've been taking them off. I've been taking my lumps on them. Don't worry. But it might be a good time. Where's my short hedge? Do y'all see a short hedge open anywhere? Short hedge, short hedge, short hedge, short. Debit. Hold on, y'all. I'm slow. Debit. Y'all see if in the white, you see a short hedge somewhere. Short hedge. Naked. Debit spread, naked, debit spread, naked, debit spread, naked, debit spread. Huh? Oh, that's my IRA. Unbelievable. I'm getting old, y'all. I'm just falling apart. All right, let's go over here. So this one, let's see. It says we've got 2 nakeds. Let's see what happens if we took off a little bit. Good. Naked. So we're looking for short hedge, y'all. Short hedge. Oh, there it is. So we could take off. Oh yeah. Why don't we try taking that 3,700 off just to get all the short hedges off? I'm trying to get out of the Sweet Bobby hedges is what I'm trying to do. So let's see if we can close at 3,700. See what that do for us. 3,700 in the Sweet Bobby hedge. So that should be my last short. Well, it says I've got two though, didn't it? So I may have one other somewhere else. Sweet Bobby hedge, 3,700.
Yeah, there was one below that.
Oh, there was another
Couple
one.
of lines below.
Okay, so it says I got 4 of those puppies. Okay, I think I'm gonna take. Look at this. It's made $172 today. I mean, it's a safe position. Ed, I need your wise counsel. Evan, I need your wise counsel. Take it off or don't.
I would stick to the original plan personally.
And what's the original plan?
Well, I'm assuming you put it on looking to remove the naked put at break even, right?
Yeah.
So if you can get it off at break even, then take it off. Otherwise, I would leave it. But I mean, you're not over leveraged or anything in this account, so it's not hurting anything by having it on.
You're absolutely right, Evan. You are the voice of reason. See why we work so good together, everybody? See how this works? Now let's go back and see what Evan's saying. Right? So go to your spreadsheet. Now you're saying, doesn't your plan tell you what to do? It does, but there are nuances, y'all. There's permissions and there's other things, right? So what he's saying is your Greek ratios are absolutely fine, Bobby. Just stop. Don't overthink it. You're good. And what I was thinking is this. Well, yeah. So what I do is maybe take that off. Then I would get my theta closer to a more conservative 0.1, but I'm fine where we're at. We're good. I mean, keep in mind, last year we had 96% buying power use. 96% buying power. We're at 36. Cry me a flipping river. Who cares? Just be done with it. Just just leave the account alone. Don't overadjust. I agree with you, Evan, entirely. Evan, you have bent my ear. All right.
But remember those strikes when you want to remove something because they're right very near the point of removal. You're down
Yes.
$25 on 2 contracts, which is like
Yeah. No.
2.25 points or something. So
Mhm,
it's tiny.
And it may be that I can get those off because here's what I'm going to do. My plan is to get the Sweet Bobby hedges off. And then look what I'm going to do. Y'all see column in, I'm going to hide it. My short hedge break, because I don't think I need them anymore. I really don't, not that much. I may throw one on every now and then. I just don't see it being because it messed my metrics up. So I'm eventually going to hide this column to prevent me from even thinking about putting new ones on. I just want to get them off. I want my metrics to be my metrics because that's the way we're gonna run into the promised land, baby. All right. Let's go to our third account. And that's the IRA. The IRA, I say, the IRA. And in this account, we are at, y'all help me remember the number, 81,433. 81,433. Firing up the band, Roger.
Well, we're moving on now to the side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky.
Ed and Evan, what y'all need to do is start y'all within the group here, a consulting service. And it's like Evan is the little angel on one of my shoulders, and Ed is the little devil on the other side, and they're like, well, you do this. And then the other one's like, you do this. And it's just, the back and forth. But then you kind of go, well, they kind of both make sense. And then it makes a lot of sense when they kind of come together. Y'all need to do a little consulting.
Maybe we're both angels.
No, Ed, you're no angel, Ed. All right, so over here we've got -13, -12, -12, and we'll say 181. -12, 181. Book a 15-minute session with Ed and Evan. -12, 181, and they will walk you through what you need to do in your account. That'd be great. Charge like $30, just enough to get you like some McDonald's. All right, so then we go buying power usage is 32,140. Oh, I love that my counts are back looking good. 32,140. Look at this, y'all. You don't think that increased volatility has an impact on your buying power? Oh, it sure does. Look at that. We went from 40,000, 32,000, a full 10% decrease. So, I look at this and I go, well, I'll behave. I'm not one to like carrying negative deltas, just not my style. But I mean, what is there to do? And in this account, I've already took off all the Sweet Bobby hedges. They are what they are. And look, this is perfect. I've got 26 naked positions and 52 put debit spreads. Rough. Wow. Look at me. That's why this account looks so good on the analyze sale. I mean, Evan. Okay, let me hear from Evan and Ed. Let's let the angel go first, and that's Evan. Evan, what would you do? This is a promo for y'all's Evan, you don't eat McDonald's? I had that for
Oh
lunch
gosh,
today.
no.
What's wrong with you? Where you eat at? Don't tell me Carl's Jr.
No, I say
What do you-
95% of the time just make my own food. But if I
What do
do
you-
go out, it's something like Mediterranean or Subway or a little more fresh,
Oh,
not greasy
You're one of
fake
those.
hamburger. I'm one of those. Yeah,
Do y'all have Firehouse subs out there? I bet y'all don't do.
we do. Yeah.
Oh man, that's the best subs little place on the planet. That is good stuff. All right. So
So
Evan, what
you're
would you do in
gonna-
this count? Mhm.
We're gonna have to let the devil go first because I missed the question.
Oh, well, the question is, what would you do? Here it is. I mean, look at my Greeks.
Let's see. What do you have on for? I guess you have negative delta. So
Maybe. But I'm really flat, right?
yeah. Well, I was gonna say, since you're 5% over on buying power, if you had a Sweet Bobby hedge or something that you wanted to pull off, you could look at doing that, but that would make your deltas even more negative. So
And in this account, they're all gone. All my Sweet
Oh.
Bobby hedges they're out. They're gone.
well, then I'd just leave it. I mean, you have
I'm-
negative delta and great theta in a long bias portfolio. So
Okay. Well,
touch
now, thank you, Angel.
Ed?
And now let's hear from Satan.
I agree with Evan.
What? Wow. Devil went down to Georgia. He's looking for a soul to steal. Wow. Y'all are great.
You look well balanced. Your theta's a little high, but I mean, we've been through explosion. Assuming the explosion is now going to settle down, your deltas are negative and your theta's high.
The
I'd
thing
watch
is,
the
our-
delta. I'd watch the delta and not maybe let it trend too far negative unless you have a negative bias in the market, which is perfectly reasonable in this world. But if you don't,
Bobby, where is that negative delta coming from?
My futures. So let's see in my futures. Oh, and I wanted to show y'all something too, y'all. Y'all, what's this?
wait, I thought you said you had no more hedges in this account.
Oh, I don't have any black Sweet Bobby hedges.
well, that changes things.
Yeah,
What, y'all don't like y'all don't like the futures hedges?
I don't know that I would have 5 of them.
Well, you know I'm listening to Stacy. I'm taking one of them.
well, I was going to say, where
Hell,
are
that
you going to
thing's
place?
gone.
Where does we know Stacy's an angel? Where are you going to place her?
We need a third shoulder.
We need a third shoulder. She's the neck. That's what they always told me. They said, I remember going to church. They said, the man might be the head of the household, but the woman is the neck that turns the head. Hallelujah. All right, we got it all going on. Beth, won't you go to another room while I'm in my session? You can't tell me shut up in front of my friends. All right, so we took that off. So, I wanted to show y'all this, y'all. You see my put debit spreads? Watch this. Did y'all know this? Look. It's got them together. Look, 35, 50, 30. I don't know why that one's all by itself. I guess I closed something. Look at this, y'all. 3670, 3620. It's got them together. Y'all know how to do that? Let me show you. I learned this from Ryan. I learned things. What's this? Arrange positions by order. How about that? So go over here, click on the range position by order, and then it'll separate them like that. Isn't that wild? It puts them together. What'd you say, Beth? That said, it's so wild. All right, so now let's check our little Greeks and ratios. God, this is fun, isn't it? So now we're at 48,190. 48,190. Beth, I've got 190 in theta. What do you think about that? I'm asking you. My theta market's move, y'all. But 48,190. And now my buying power. Now this is Stacy's fault here. Now my buying power is at 34,027. 34. They didn't like me reducing that little thing, but that's fine. We're 41%. Now we could reduce by taking off some naked put. Let's see if we got anything in there we take off.
That's what
First of all,
the devil's telling you to do that. You removed a hedge, remove some risk at the same time and rebalance.
yeah, take some risk off, right?
Delever,
let's-
delever.
Delever. I like it, Ed.
I think we're kind of being given a chance to do that today on this up day when everything is kind of calmed down. But in the event that we have pullback, explosion of volatility, you don't really get that chance to rebalance your portfolio. So it's easy for us to look at the 7, 12, and 20% down marks and say, well, this is what we would be down. But today's our chance to lower those numbers. So I like the delever idea.
Okay, well, let's take this one off. I mean, it says we're about $15 up on it. We're at $62 on the day. It's got, delta 7 and theta of 4. Yeah, let's take that off. Buy it back. Going to buy it back for as least amount as possible. If we can get out of this. This is so fun. Do y'all enjoy this? I just don't understand. I don't understand people that don't enjoy this. This is just, oh man. We're playing 3-dimensional chess, y'all. And it's so fun to just go, hey man, how do you take risk off? How do you rebalance this thing? Just so fun. Let's get out of this. So we're out, I think. Yeah, we're out of the 3630 at 2875. 3630, 2875. 3630, 2875. Let me go find that. 3630, 2875. And we said that's a naked, we think, right? 3630. Well, it's a stupid thing. Here we go. 3630. And I know I could do the control F, but y'all hear me. Here we go. 3630. What did I close it for? 2875. So we made a penny on it. And we got out of it on 3/16/23. Oh, by the way, I will wear this exact same shirt tomorrow. They gave it to me at the gym, and I was so happy. They gave it to me yesterday, and I wore it today to gym. And then they're like, "Bobby, you're supposed to wear that tomorrow, St. Patrick's Day." No, I'll put it in the dryer. I'll fluff it up. No big deal. We'll wear it again tomorrow. All right, so we made a few dollars there. Now let's see what our risk is. So now we are at 37,184. Oh yeah, look at this. 37. That's beautiful. 184. And that should have gone down. I don't know, $600, $800, 32,698. $1,200, 32,698. Yeah, how about that? That's good. That's good. Now, are we going to have let's see if we're going to have a Muscadine Mafia session. Well, it depends if we're over 25,000. If there's nothing to do in the account, no need to have one. Let's see how we're doing over here. We are at 25,335. We're having a Muscadine Mafia session, and that's coming up next.